first speaker is Professor Rene Tadle. Ang concern siya is the employment or trabaho ng mga faculty, Council of Teachers and Staff of Colleges and Universities all over the Philippines. He is the president of COJESCUP. Pwede paki-explain later on what it is. He is also Executive Vice President of the Faculty Union of the oldest university in Asia, older than Harvard University and older than USA itself, UST.
Una, no, just a immediate reaction bago ko basahin yung statement, sir.
Yes.
Kasi ang sabi, nag-consult daw ang CHED ng mga stakeholders katulad ng faculty associations. Okay? Dito. Gusto ko lang tanungin, sino mga union at asosasyon ang kinonsult ng CHED? Because as early as June last year, 2025, narinig din namin yung mga discussions na ganito. At sumulat na kami sa CHED na gusto namin makipag-usap sa kanila because we can immediately see the impact of this on the working conditions of our teachers. At sa masakit na, nakakalungkot na wala naman silang pasabi sa amin and our letters were ignored. That's the truth. As early as 2025. Okay, now, so, allow me to, sinasabi dito also na how to, the issue is not about reform, but how to reform well. I agree. Okay, but I guess part of reforming well our educational system, even our higher education system, it's important that the authorities like CHED talk to the people, the stakeholders, who will actually be affected by all these policies. So allow me to read, and then later, I guess, in the question,
Question and answer, yes.
I will give you the specifics. No? So maybe this is a general statement. The draft PSG proposes to reduce required general education units from 36 to 18 units, so 50%. This is a 50% reduction from the existing GE curriculum. In practical terms, fewer GE units may mean fewer GE courses. Fewer courses, sections, reduce teaching assignments, reduce academic loads, and loss of income for many faculty members. That's the impact. The specifics we can discuss later. The impact will be most severe on part-time teachers, contractual faculty, probationary faculty, general education specialists, humanities, and social science teachers, and faculty in small, private, and provincial higher education institutions when GE courses constitute a substantial portion of teaching load. The draft PSG does not contain a binding displacement clause. It does not prohibit, for example, higher educational institutions from using the curricular transition as a basis for termination, non-renewal, demotion, involuntary load reduction, or diminution of pay and benefits. Instead, pwedeng tanggalin yung faculty member, babaan ng load, therefore sweldo, simply because sabi nyo, sorry, may curriculum changes eh. Yung ganon, no? It does not require an institutional faculty transition plan. It does not provide a funded retooling mechanism, workload credit, income protection, or CHED-DOLE labor framework. In fact, I suspect they did not even consult DOLE as required by law. Okay? This omission is unacceptable. Teachers are not disposable casualties of curriculum reform. Security of tenure is constitutionally protected. The labor code, civil service rules, collective bargaining agreements and institutional tenure policies continue to govern any personnel action affecting faculty. The CHED memorandum cannot create a new ground for dismissal or weaken existing labor protections. So, the part na dapat kung magkakaroon ng kung aayusin ito, kasi kailangan natin ng solusyonan ito, it must therefore expressly protect faculty from displacement and require a funded, participatory, and enforceable transition program. As it is. Parang magbibigay ng policy ang CHED, titingnan na lang kung anong mga problema at pagkatapos maghahanap ng solusyon. Pag ganyan ang approach ng CHED, ginagawang mga guinea pigs ang mga guro dito sa ating bansa. That's the problem. Teachers do not deserve such treatment. Ano lang, kaya talagang masama ang loob namin dito. Parang dati na rin sa 10 years ago, yung, K-12. And later, it was shown to be a fiasco. Okay? Noong pa lang sinasabi na namin yung mga problema. At that time, 10 years ago, ganun din. Ang mga guro, nagsabi na kung ano ang mali. At anong dapat ayusin, dapat dahan-dahan. Walang naniwala. Yung mga politiko, for political reasons, they force it. And this is also the same reason here. Okay? Kaya, sinasabi ko, pwede ba, for the last time, pwede bang maniwala na kayo sa mga guro na nasa mga classroom. Mas alam nila ang problema dito sa ating edukasyon. Ilang, maraming salamat.